Banhoek's always a good one. It's going to be exciting here with all the Europeans. Just got to see how long they can hang on and see what we can do today with the team.
All the big names are here, not only locally but internationally as well. We've got world champions, European champions, South African champions, African continental champions.
Everyone's just going to race hard and everyone's frothing at the mouth, I think.
We always see with the Europeans making it quite hard at the beginning.
Lots of riders here, lots of competition, but it just makes it exciting.
Fast, hard, fighting, positioning, sand, corners. It's one of the more chaotic ones of the season.
There's a lot of people that are going to be fighting for a podium today, which is not normally the case at a Trailseeker like this. It's a really, really stacked field today, and I'm excited to see what you can do.
I feel like they shouldn't give such a long cable ties.
Yes, they should pre-cut them for us.
Yeah. Or like put them on and then have like, oh, here's some cable cutters.
Check this out. What a clown. You better not race it.
That's dead right.
People are just excited to get outdoors and ride in awesome places like here. I mean, look at the backdrop. It's beautiful and it's not a bad way to spend a weekend.
Ja, ga maar speeding fines ideal vandaag.
Jullie gaan staan aan de strandlijn.
Last year was a super good season for me, and as you said, I'm not the youngest anymore, but from junior till under 23, I've tried to learn as much as possible just to race every race as hard as I can, full gas. Me and myself and Marco got a lot of results every weekend, and I don't think there's a lot of people that can do it week in and week out. So yeah, we take big confidence out of that we can race every weekend, and especially with long stage races coming up, that's what you want and that's what you need.
Yeah, I think this year is going to be quite big. Yeah, we're surrounded by really good riders, and yeah, it just lifts us up. Coming into this season, it's just trying to find my place again and just try to see how much more I can do this year. So I'm really excited for it.
The Ford Trailseeker Series is back, and the first of 6 rounds in 2026 saw field of the very best pro riders in the country and a collection of international stars line up on Bazeer Farm for 65 kilometers of thrilling racing through the beautiful Banhoek Valley just outside Stellenbosch.
Yeah, it's a bit scary lining up against the best in the world that are actually going to be there. So it's just like a really cool beginning of the year race to test where you're at and have fun, and yeah, it's a really cool opportunity to race against other women who are really, really strong. Last year it was all everything new. Now I know a bit where to go, but anyway, it's one of my favorite areas to train, so I'm so excited.
The race is going to be interesting. I think we always see that the Europeans make it quite hard at the beginning.
I think they're trying to escape the cold weather in Europe, and this is ideal, the terrain, and I think the infrastructure in places like Stellenbosch lines up for them, and it definitely elevates the prestige of the event.
It's cool to be in South Africa. I had a lot of training in, so yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired, but I think it's a very good test. And yeah, I'm excited for the trails, that's the most thing.
It's definitely always nice to have teammates in the bunch, just making positioning and stuff a bit easier. It might come into play later in the year, I think, a bit more, with a bit more open racing, open roads, where tactics come into play a bit more.
There's a lot of people that are going to be fighting for a podium today, which is not normally the case at a Trailseeker like this. It's a really, really stacked field today, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
The men's and women's elite fields were stacked with world-class riders. Former cross-country, short track and marathon world champions and World Cup winners. Current and former national and continental champions, and even an Olympic triathlon gold medalist. The Banhoek Valley was littered with quality athletes. Having crossed over the R310, they had an early introduction to the rocky, rough trails that lie in the shadow of the Banhoek Mountains. Before long, they were flying down Afterburn, one of the many exhilarating descents that define the old Bethlehem Trail network. Smooth, dry and super fast. An absolute treat for all mountain bikers, pro or amateur. It's trails like these, being ridden in the Ford Trailseeker Banhoek, that attract the world's best to the Western Cape every summer.
The trail network is really amazing. Was like the locations itself on this nice natural area, but also controlled, like safe in the farms. And yeah, just you really have a lot of trails here that are built for cyclists, also uphill, not only downhill like in Europe. So it's really, you can do a perfect training day only on the trails.
They just flow incredibly well and yeah, really fun.
Well, like they're clean, they are manicured, they are really, really well looked after.
Everything flows quite nicely, but yeah, you have to be on your game.
Yeah, I think if you try just focus on yourself and exactly what you have to do, then I feel like the pressure subsides a bit.
Makes me nervous. I know I can mountain bike, but like you say, they are proper mountain bikers, but I'd like to consider myself now a proper mountain biker. Yeah, so I guess it's just exciting to see how I can race against them.
I want to learn from the best, and let's see how it gets.
You come here, you don't know quite where you're standing, where the others are standing, and it's just nice to get that feeling going and also to get that feeling of excitement in you again, to be keen to race.
I can say even after a decade of racing professional mountain biking, I still get those pre-race nerves. I still get so excited.
Yeah, it will definitely be a good test this weekend with all the ladies that are there. There's so many incredible women. So it's exciting and yeah, it's going to be a really cool race.
What a great day for the first race of the year. Beautiful weather here, not too hot yet. And the women's field was just on fire. I mean, from the beginning, the racing was on. When we got to Banhoek, everybody was trying to ride really hard and throw some attacks on those times. And eventually, 6 of us got away. After that, at one point, there was quite a long climb and Alessandra and I rode away from the rest.
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy. I mean, I punctured in the back. I needed 2 clocks to fix it. Yeah, and then some CO2 to pump it up. But I mean, I fixed it myself, so that was a good training.
A group of riders had gapped the bunch as they returned to Boschendal Farm on the slopes of Simmonsburg Mountain. Among them, former world champion Jordan Saru, young World Cup flyer Luke Moyer, last year's series winner Marco Hubert, and his teammates Jaden Turlo and Tristan Nokia, as well as Michael Foster. They were nearing the potentially decisive Ford Tremor ascent, a sting in the heart of the race, a punchy, rocky climb where smooth rhythm and smart line choice could make the difference between success and failure.
The last climb will probably be the most crucial part of the race. I think that will probably decide the winning move, whether or not it will come down to a group finish or if it will be a solo finish. But I think it's definitely going to be the main climb of the day.
I saw that climb yeah, on Instagram the other day, and yeah, I've put my eyes on it, and yeah, I think there some fireworks should go off.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit off, but I saw Matt's body language. He was going all in on the climb.
Yeah, it was hard to tell how everyone was feeling because everyone kind of looked pretty strong, but yeah, Luke whacked it on that, just like quite a steep kicker.
Got the XCO legs, I wanted to make it hurt. And then, yeah, the guys went and we just dropped the main bunch, and it was really, really hard from there.
The descent was super hard, and yeah, it was. It was very physical going down there, being at the bottom. It just like, you know, your body was getting really tired.
This final single track I knew was going to be pretty gnarly coming down. Mark set a good pace down there.
I had a little bit of deja vu coming into the last corner. I hurt myself last year. I had to take a week off the bike because of the injury that I had there, so I wasn't willing to take that risk again.
But yeah, this old dog looked at the finish, like the last 2Ks, and I knew exactly what to do if we came to a sprint. And yeah, executed exactly how I planned.
Candice Lill had established a good advantage over the rest of the classy field in the women's race. Ever hungry and fiercely determined, Tyler Jacobs splashed through the Dwars Rivier in pursuit. The Liv Factory racing rider has made a big impact on the Under-23 World Cup circuit, and she was chasing South Africa's best in the Banhoek. And despite 21-year-old Tyler's best efforts down the mazy single track in Plaisir, it was Candice Lill's race as she took an emphatic win by just over 3 minutes.
Oh, the cap's done. Awesome. Thank you.
Quite honestly, this is the most spectacular area in South Africa. So it's fantastic to have them out here. I hope they really have a great day because we spend a lot of time caring for these trails. And Plaisir itself forms part of the Greater Banhoek Conservancy area, where we are committed to getting people into nature, into the environment, and we're very much committed to clearing the aliens and allowing our beautiful Fynbos kingdom to thrive.
In their third year as title sponsors, Ford continued to align themselves with the biggest one-day mountain bike series in the world for good reason.
Cycling and active lifestyle with your buckies and your Everests and your off-road vehicles just absolutely brings it together. It's just a match made in heaven. We came together, it works. It's the typical person that has the active lifestyle, that likes to be out there. All in all, that came together a few years ago, and we are still heading towards success.
I would say it's super important. It's crucial to have a series like this. If you look at for one-day races we have in South Africa, the Trailseekers are basically, all of them are targets for all of the riders. And it's the media, the exposure we get. Without it, there would be a lot less racing going on in South Africa.
The cream rising to the top. Matt Beers, Mark Britson and Luke Moyer locked out the top three with just 25 seconds separating them. Candice Little showed the fruits of a solid pre-season block, putting 3 minutes and 18 seconds into Tyler Jacobs, who in turn was just 12 seconds ahead of Alessandra Keller. Look out for the remaining 5 rounds. Next up is the Cradle in Gauteng on the 2nd of May.